What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jermane'S, and today we're here again in the mobile studio as usual. This is my studio, the mobile studio. Today is Wednesday, July 15th. Another day to give thanks for, to be grateful for, to be alive. So give it up for Wednesday, July 15th, of course. Wednesday, not Monday, Wednesday. Man, the year is going on so fast. By the time you know it, December is here again, and it's Christmas. And the year is going by fast, guys. What's going on today, guys? How y'all feeling today? What's on your agenda today? Um, I have a few things I gotta talk about. You guys see the caption. Um, the World Cup is going on great. It's coming down to the last few games now. And things are going great. So England faces Argentina today in a semifinal match up, and this is the second semifinal match before we go on to the final. That game will be playing today in Atlanta. So this is the first time since 1966, over 60 years of hurt on a line today. England is trying to get to the finals. They haven't done so since 1966. And the defending champions, Argentina, is, you know, one of the greatest football players in the world is on their team right now. And they won the last World Cup, and they're looking to defend their title. So it is a very, very interesting matchup today against, with Argentina and England. Key player for England is Harry Kane, and key player for Argentina, of course, is the GOAT, Lionel Messi. A lot of you guys regard him as the GOAT. I see him as a great player too, but I think Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the best in recent years, and in terms of like goal scoring abilities and so on and so forth. So let me read you guys something, a little bit of history here. England faces Argentina in the second semifinal in Atlanta, hoping to reach the World Cup final for the first time since 1966. That is 60 years of hurt on the line today. Defending champions Argentina faces England in the 2026 FIFA World Cup second semifinal, renewing one of the football's bitterest rivalry from the controversial Hands of God goal by Diego Maradona in 1986, to David Beckham being red carded for kicking Diego Simon in 1998. England versus Argentina match at the World Cup have never been devoid of drama. So these two teams have a history of dramatic encounters, pretty much. So we shall see what happened today with this match up. So you guys hear that they are bitter rivals, to put it this way. They're bitter rivals, and we shall see what happened today. We shall definitely see what happened today. So that's what's going on. Let me continue reading. It marks the first time Argentina legend Lionel Messi will face England, who have their own hero Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham as a Golden Boot contender. With 8 goals, Messi is arguably Argentina's best player at the tournament until the round of 16. The 39-year-old scored in each game and has extended the record of the most World Cup goals to 21. Jesus. This dude has 21 goals under his belt for the most World Cup goals scored in a tournament. Do you understand how impactful that is? Like, a professional player throughout his career probably go to the World Cup 1 or 2 times, because now you have, look at Lamine Yamal, he's an exception, anyways. He's in the World Cup now, and he's like he just turned 19 2 days ago. But overall, a professional player might go to the World Cup 1 or 2 times in his career. But Messi has 21 World Cup goals, and he has been playing since I think it was like 19. So that's a lot. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. So this dude is one of the goats, as I said earlier. And look at Ronaldo. Ronaldo doesn't have so many goals. Mbappe has a lot of World Cup goals too. Mbappe is really close to him. Kane and Bellingham have equal contributed to England's success so far, scoring 6 goals each. The pre-match controversy: England have been described as invaders and usurping pirates by Argentina vice president ahead of the World Cup semifinal clash. So that's a controversy there. Like England has been regarded as pirates, but that's an interesting matchup. Lionel Messi, I hope that he performs today. Well, he will be performing. I have no doubt about it. He'll be performing because his country is behind him. They're defending their title. They won the last World Cup, the last World Cup tournament. So, and he's inspired to really get on and make this happen for Argentina at the moment. So, no doubt about it. He's going to be inspired to really carry on and push on. He is if he scored, I think Messi is gonna try to score as many goals as he can today, because he wanna go out with a bang. I think his plan is, and if I was Messi, this is what I'll be planning to do. I'll be planning to score as many goals as I can today. 3, 4, maybe a hat trick. I'm gonna play very hard, put my all into it, and this, knowing that this is probably be my last World Cup, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna put that goal total up to like 20, 25 goals for the most goal scorer in a World Cup tournament by any player of all time. Probably put it up to like 25 goals, and I'm gonna go for the title. You understand? That's what I'll be planning right now to do. That's what I'll be doing. I'm going for the title. I'm going to go out with a bang. I'm going to retire from the international scene with a bang, like with records. You understand? Just like how Usain Bolt did it. Y'all remember Usain Bolt? Yeah, Usain Bolt have so many records right now for the Olympics. You know what I mean? 3 times back to back, 100 meter, 200 meter, and a 4x100 meter title. 3 times back to back. I don't think anyone's gonna break that record anytime soon. So that's what I'll be doing if I was Messi. I would be focusing on that, try to get everything down and score as many goals as I can today. Make sure I win the World Cup and take it home. 2 times champion. Because at this point, my team is Spain. I like Spain, and I like France, and I'd like the United States team. But my team is definitely Spain. As much as I would want Spain to win, I wouldn't mind Messi win and carrying the title home again, and score as many goals as he can, and just close his international career out on a bang, like with records. You know what I mean? So that's what he should be doing. That's what I think he should be doing. On other topics, yesterday, oh my goodness, yesterday, France collapsed. I don't know what happened. The French team didn't play yesterday how they usually played. France suffered a 2-0 loss to Spain in the semifinal yesterday, and France really failed to live up to the expectation. Kylian Mbappe really said that They didn't play well. They didn't play well. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was the pressure. Maybe it was I don't know. But they just didn't play well yesterday, and they suffer a loss because of that situation. Because of how they played yesterday. So I don't know what really happened yesterday, but um, I gotta give it up for Spain. They really played well. I think Spain has an antidote for France. Every time they face each other within the last recent years, Spain always come out on top. I don't know why. I don't know why, but Spain has a technical play that can break down France at any time, and this has been going on for a while now. The Euros, same thing. It is just I don't know. Um, the Spaniards they have it all for France. Really, they have the technical play to break them down, and that's what happened yesterday. The Spaniards they go in, they execute. Yamin Yamal, uh, Yamin Yamal was shut down. Really was shut down in the game. He was on the left side. He was on the right side, but he was shut down. He was shut down. He was shut down, and the first goal, if you guys remember, was that fullback he overlaps a lot. I forgot his name. I think he's going to Real Madrid next season. But he made a long crossover, and Yamil was running into it, and one of the French defender kicked him, and it was right on the line, right on top of the 18 yards line. But he was kind of in the box, so that was a penalty kick. So that's how Spain really secured the first goal, and France really broke down from there, and they didn't really recover, and they were playing with confusion ever since that penalty kick. So I don't know, man. I really wish that the game. I didn't see too much pressure from France yesterday. Something really happened. They wasn't playing as how they used to play. I didn't see too much pressure from France yesterday. The pressure from France was really limited. There was not too much pressure from France yesterday. But let me read you guys something. Despite being the favorite to win the clash, France failed to live up to expectation. Kylian Mbappe, Michael Olise, Ousmane Dembele, and Bradley Barcola failed to make an impact. That's what I said. They didn't really play yesterday. And their defense struggled to contain Spain's fluidity. The key moment, forward Mikel Oyarzabal put Spain ahead in the 20th minute. Oyarzabal, that's a Spanish name. In 20th minute, ahead from a penalty spot after France left back Lucas Digne was penalized for inadvertently kicking Yamin Yamal in the box. It was right on top of the box. It wasn't directly inside of the box. That could have been a free kick. That could have been a free kick, and it didn't have to be a penalty. That could have been a free kick, but as I said, he was just over the line, so that's why the referee says it's a penalty. Spain right back Pedro Porro played a delightful 1-2 with midfielder Dani Olmo. Yeah, that dude, Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo is a maestro, man. He's a maestro in the midfield. Before he calmly slotted his finish past goalkeeper Mike for Spain's second. So I saw that game. I saw the game. It was as I said, Spain played. They absorbed pressure. France pressured a little bit in the first half, but after They scored after Spain scored. They start to be different. They start to play different. They start to take more chances. They start to run on France a bit more. And even when France, listen, at one point in the game, France have all 10 men in Spain half of the field, pressuring, and these guys were just knocking around the ball and absorbing the pressure and moving and just being very fluid and just break Spain down and just break France down. Like that's literally what they did. They just break France down. France couldn't take the pressure no more. These kids, listen, and a couple of the guys on Spain team were like, Yamin was 19, and another guy in the central defensive position was also 19. So these are young guys. There was a young guy. So Kylian Mbappe had a comment after the match. This is what he said, and I quote, "We kept finding ourselves outnumbered 3-on-2 in midfield. And against Spain, that's a real problem. When you put it in all together, the result is a defeat, and it's a huge disappointment. At the time of our goal, Spain had attempted 8 shots to France 2, 8 shots to France 2, and had won 60% of all duel." The champ said, "To have any hope, we need to be at our best. Unfortunately, we weren't. We weren't." So that was Mbappe's comment after the match. Yeah, he felt it, guys. Because I really felt bad for Mbappe too because I wanted France, but I can't have all teams going to the final. There's only 2 teams can go to the final. I really wish it was around. I really wish that France was playing England and Argentina was playing Spain in the semifinal. But what I was about to say is that I really felt bad for Mbappe because they made it to the finals last time, and he really wanted to go back to the finals again and have a chance at the cup again for France. Well, he won it before in 2018, but 2022, he was close and Argentina won. So that was his goal, to go back to the finals and pretty much trying to capture the trophy again, try to have an attempt at the trophy, but didn't work out as planned. Spain has a really good team, so they should have really thought about that as well. And yeah, that's how it goes, man. So next time Mbappe might have a chance because he has a few more World Cup left in him. Mbappe is what, like 26 or so? So he has maybe 1 or 2 more World Cup games to go. What? Anyone knows what Mbappe age is? I think he's 26. Let me look it up. Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe. Let me look up what his age is and I'll let you know. He's 27. So he has at least 1 more World Cup game to go. 27. At least 1 more, depending on when he's going to retire. 27, 28, 29, 30. 31. He'll be playing the next World Cup game. 31. So at 31, I'm saying 1 more. He probably has 2 more. 2 more. Yamin Yamal is 19. So Yamin Yamal have at least 4 to 5 more World Cup games left to go. So Kylian Mbappe has some time. He has some time to really get it together and win the title once more again. And at 27, he's the captain of the French team too. So so he has some time. So He was frustrated as well. He got a yellow card yesterday because at one point the Spanish goalkeeper was holding up the ball in the 80 something minutes when the match about to end. You know, they're trying to just stall the time so that the match will end. So he was really frustrated because he wanted the game to go on so he can, you know, have an opportunity to score and possibly equalize the game. But he got a yellow card in the process. I wonder if they're gonna have like a third place matchup. Let me Google that as well and see. They might have a third place matchup between possibly who will lose today, World Cup. Yes, so the third place match will be on the 18th. So if Argentina, it would be crazy if England and Spain go to the final and Argentina and France battle it out for the third place. that would be crazy. So the third place match is on Saturday, of course, at 5 p.m. France already secured their spot. Either Argentina or England gonna gonna know. We're gonna know that by today who will be the second team for the third place matchup. It would be crazy though if Argentina and France battle it out for the third place if England really win their match today. But we shall see. We shall definitely see what's up. We shall see what's up. We shall see what's up with that. But as I said, I really have some empathy for Mbappe because he wanted to do his thing and get back in the game and get back in the finals, but it didn't work out as planned. I don't know if the guys got enough sleep the night before, but that French team, man, that Spanish team, them boys are good. Them boys are good. And I do think that the Spanish team would have been more destructive if Nico Williams wasn't injured because Nico Williams, the dude on the left, with the guy with the dreads, he played well with Lamine Yamal. Remember in the Euros, those two were knocking the ball on everyone. Like they were a big threat to defenders, yo. So if he wasn't injured and wasn't playing like coming off the bench and playing in the last few minutes of the game, this Spanish team would have dominated the whole game, the whole World Cup more. In this tournament, but Nico Williams is injured and he was coming off the bench and playing at least 10 to 15 minutes in each game. So that's why we didn't see much of a Spanish impact in regards to how they dominate the field. We still do see it. At one point, when they played Belgium, last week I believe they were looking like they were struggling, but if they had their main man, they would have looked more strong. They would have looked more solid in the games. But they're still doing good. They secured their spot to the finals. That's the first time since 2010 they are going to a World Cup final. So they're doing their thing. And so that's what it is. What other story I have for you guys today? So, listen. The war is still going on, but despite the war, Wall Street is still hitting records. It's crazy. The market is up today. Let me guys show you. I'm not lying. Let me show you guys what's up. I'm not lying. Despite what the hell is going on with the macroeconomy, Wall Street still hitting record. Apple hit an all-time high today, and still pumping. Market's going crazy. let's see. How can I show you this now? See? I don't know if you could see that, but Dow is up. Maybe if I turn it around, maybe I don't know. Dow is up. Nasdaq is up. S&P is up. Market is just going bunkers, records and records and records, despite this damn war that's going on. Let me read you something. The S&P 500 gained 31.75 points on Friday. The Dow Jones gained 149, while the Nasdaq gained 74 points for the week. S&P rose 1.2, Nasdaq gained 1.7. Zoom out to the beginning of the year, the S&P is up 10%, the Dow is up 9%, the Nasdaq is up 13%, the Russell 2000 is leading with a 20% gain. Why is the market ignoring the war? At this point, the market is saying, screw this, I don't care. We're just gonna climb the walls of worries, and we're gonna just keep going. We don't care. And that's what we're seeing. That's why the market is just going up. It's not stopping. Semis and chip stocks are going bunkers. I don't know. It just keep going up. It's crazy. It is crazy. The United States continue to pressure Iran, continue to bomb them, and the market's just doing its thing, and nobody really cares about what's going on in terms of like the scare factor and what people think, and the market's just doing its thing. Basically, that's what it is. The market is just going up non-stop. Well, you have brief periods of pullbacks, but the general trend is going up, going up, going up. Despite, because I think people I think people were like making too much of a big deal about this war initially when it started. They were making too much of a big deal initially when it started. So that's why you see after the initial peace deal was signed, not even a peace, because up to now we didn't see anything about a peace deal. I think there was a deal about signing a peace deal. Then, people say, okay, all right, this might really, subside and everything might go back to normal. But here we are again. Here we are again, and here we are again. Here we are again, and it's still going, still going. Still going, guys. Still going. The market is just resilient. Yeah, somebody said crazy times. That's true. That's true. It's crazy times. The market is just resilient, and it's just pumping non-stop. Everyone think that we'll be down like 10, 20, 15% by now from year to date, but as we said earlier, all the major indexes and averages are up. Some sectors are down. I think what's really carrying the entire market is the chip sector and energy and so on and so forth. But some sectors are down, But Trump continued to hammer Iran into submission. I don't think that 20% that 20% fee Trump was talking about for ships to pass through his blockade is gonna go on effect. What else is going on? Let me see. Right. So let me read this guys something before I go on. So they're saying the reason why the market is, which is actually true. Investors are essentially surging off the Middle East conflict as a blip that will resolve relatively quickly. The stock market isn't trying to price what's happening today, said Joe Sayad, a senior market economist at JP Morgan Private Bank. The stock market is always trying to price what the world is going to look like 6 to 12 months from now, which is true. This is true. That's why I say the market keep running. There are other factors underpinning market resilience during the wartime. One is investors' enthusiasm for artificial intelligence and technology stock, which account for almost half of the S&P market capitalization. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, tech, AI stocks, chips, about half of the S&P 500 valuation. Those stocks run on their own dynamic independent of anything, including the war in Iran, said the economist. A little more than 15% of the S&P 500 companies have already reported earnings, and the vast majority have top analyst expectation. If the rest of the companies in the index just match analyst estimates, earnings of the S&P 500 companies will end up being roughly 14% higher than a year earlier. So that's what it is. The market is pricing what's going on, what's the world is gonna look like 6 to 12 months from now. The market is not worrying about what's going on in Iran today. The market is not worrying about the price of oil today. The market is not worrying about the Strait of Hormuz being blocked right now, and no one knows if ships are going through slowly, and no one knows. The market is not worrying about the uncertainty today. The market is pricing what the world will look like 6 to 12 months from now. And that's why we're getting these crazy runs. That's why we're getting this crazy melt up. And that's why everything is just going bonkers. Especially chip technology and AI stocks are going absolutely nuts. Just going up non-stop. So that's what's happening, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. You don't have to watch, but you do watch. Please look out for Argentina and England today. And Saturday, look out for France and whoever get knocked out today to play their third place matchup. And Sunday is a big game, guys. Spain already secured their spot in the finals, so let's see who's going to be in the finals. Pending that matchup today between Argentina and England. You understand? So we'll see you guys in the next video. Please remember, like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe, and let me know what you think down below. Drop a comment to let me know.